Alright, hello gang. Can y'all hear me okay? For a second, you're the biggest streamer ever. Nice. But yeah, the view count is glitching on my end too, so I'm not trusting the one viewer metric that Streamlabs is giving me right now. Alright, y'all can hear me, that's good. I know there is definitely more than one of you right now. Just give me one more second. Well, the thing is that it shows me the users that are in the chat when I click users in chat, but it doesn't, like, give me a list of viewers, if you get what I mean by that. So, So, as you can see, I've updated my Wattpad account since then. Now we have classics like Kidnapped by 5 Sexy Greek Gods, Yandere Historical Figures, Yandere Mythical Figures, and a Brian May X Reader, which I don't feel emotionally up for today, so we're not going to do that one. Are we doing the Ruby stuff? Well, I don't want to do anything royalty related today because that's what we did last time. And that was very scarring. Let's read one that wasn't written by a minor. Yes, let's read one that has not been written by a minor. Let's see. Kidnapped by 5 Sexy Greek Gods was last updated like 5 years ago, so I don't think the author is a minor anymore. But let's double check though. Because I don't want a redo of Cat's X Reader. Where we found out in the middle of the stream that the person who wrote it was like 14. Nothing in regards to age. I'm gonna assume we're good. This is a technicality that will haunt me. I think we're all haunted by Cat's X Reader. Hell, we still need to read Cats 2. But that's for another time. For now, we're gonna read Kidnapped by 5 Sexy Greek Gods. Or Kidnapped by 5 Greek Gods '(s) sexy. So, what would you do if you got kidnapped by 5 sexy Greek gods, TM? Freak out, right? Wrong. You run. But that didn't turn out so great now, did it? Because I'm still here, aren't I? My name's Amelia Tate, and I've been kidnapped by 5 sexy Greek gods. Which 5 sexy Greek gods do you want to kidnap you? Put your answers in the comments below. Also, there's a werewolf tag. I don't know why. Maybe this person is more known for werewolf fiction? Let's read. Chapter 1. And hopefully I am not going to be like as deadpan as I was last time. It was a beautiful sunny day on a Saturday morning. Just kidding, that's only in the movies. I have to say though, it's actually quite nice out today. Usually it rains a lot, and when I mean a lot, like God just can't stop crying, like period girl crying and never stops and just downpours. Okay, how is this relevant to the kidnapping? Oh no, it's this writing style. I'm with you there, Super Dark. I myself have been a tragic victim of the, I've recognized the cliche. I'm so quirky, and it's fucking pathetic. I decided to go for my morning run. Why? Because you can't have a body like mine without working for it. I got a reputation to keep up. Also, I just love to run. I put on a white tank top and my boy blue basket baseball shorts. Brushing my messy, dirty blonde hair down, trying to keep it looking somewhat neat. I do not give a shit about your morning routine. I just want to get to the kidnapping. I went looking for my shoes. Oh, where's my beautiful white Jordans ready to go for a run? Oh, there you are. Who the fuck wears Jordans for a run. Aren't those like status symbol shoes? And that's it? Oh, there you are. I looked down at my feet, seeing my socks are mismatched. I threw on my Jordans, brought to you by the Department of Redundancy Department. Not really caring. If the written character is a minor, I'm tearing out my eyes. I am crossing my fingers that this character is not a minor. We do not need a repeat of Cat Sex Reader. I looked in the mirror. Don't I just look absolutely stunning? No, my sarcasm. You're not being sarcastic. You forgot the /s. I look like I've been hit by a truck. My dirty blonde hair, brought to you by the Department of Redundancy Department, was sticking up in all places. My hazel eyes had bags underneath them from getting no sleep. My nose still were covered by the annoying freckles. As someone who was envious of a childhood friend who had freckles from head to toe, fuck you, freckles can be very, very cute. My pale skin still pale. Fuck you. My cheeks have the natural tint of pinkish red to them. Fuck you. And my usual pink full lips are all crusty. Fuck you. Get some lip balm or chapstick, you fucker. Ew. I just look ew. Today is not my day. I even had this weird feeling in my stomach too. That you're gonna get kidnapped by 5 sexy Greek gods? We'll find out. I shrugged it off. I got out my black thick frame glasses to jog and put them on because I can't see or read far away, or else everything will just be a blur. Then how are you able to see yourself in the mirror or find your Jordans? There's a plot hole here that you just established that I don't think is going to be fixed. I was about to head downstairs when I forgot something. My phone. That almost slipped my mind. My beautiful gold iPhone 6! Whatever. What would I ever do without you? I grabbed my headphones and started playing the song Ride by Somo, but then quickly paused it so I could wait to fully listen to it when I start actually running. Alright, I'm going to, on my gold iPhone 8, put on See You Again by Chance the Rapper. Okay. Hell, corporate. I know it sounds tinny as hell, but I really don't want to. I'm not going to bother connecting my Spotify here. Finally, when I was ready, so I started going down the stairs. A lot of unnecessary exposition. You are right, Cypher. Bye, whoever's home! I love you! I'll see you later! I shouted. I also wrote a note saying, I'll be back soon, just went for the morning run. My mom and dad, usual, knew this anyways, but I write it just in case. Oh no, is this a minor? I left on the counter, grabbing a granola bar for the run as well. I decided just to quickly eat it and went upstairs to kiss my little sister's forehead. I always do that too. This time she was already awake. How's my favorite sister? I said with a big grin. Tired, she grumbled, but still managed to spread a smile. Go back to bed, I said, giving her a kiss on the forehead. Oh, for fuck's sake, I just want to get to the kidnapping. Can't I just get to the kidnapping? Okay, she said, yawning. Okay, I'm going to pause the music now because I don't want to get content ID'd. Love you, Chloe, I whispered. I heard her say I love you too before the room turned silent. Chloe's only 6, but she already looks just like me. The same hazel eyes, pink cheeks, button nose with freckles, pink lips, and pale skin. The only difference was her hair. While I had my mom's dirty blonde hair, she had her dad's dark brown hair. Brought to you for no reason whatsoever. Is she ever going to go on this run? I do not know, Cypher. I think they forgot. Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I think, DSI. I loved my family. I smiled at the thought of them. I'm going to get kidnapped by 5 sexy Greek gods later. My dad is usually at work, my mom cleans and cooks, and my sister goes to school while I'm at school too. If you didn't know, my name's Amelia Tate. I'm 17 years old. Oh shit, it's a minor! Oh no! DSI or Super Dark, I forgot which one of you said it, but it looks like it's time to rip your eyes out. But we have to keep going. Run. I'm 17 years old, and I live with my mom, dad, and little sister Chloe. I have dirty blonde hair and hazel eyes. I never had a boyfriend and have a gay best friend whose name is Lucas. My height is 5'7", and my shoe size is a 9. I weigh 130 pounds, and I'm skinny with curves. I have a normal-sized... I'm not gonna say that because this character is a minor. I'm lazy even though I like to run in the morning. I'm very weird, to be honest here. My favorite hobby is to sit and eat while watching scary movies on Netflix. OMG, you're so quirky. You're so not like the other girls. Wherever I'm going, we won't need eyes to see. Yeah, the 5 sexy Greek gods are gonna pull them out of your eye sockets. My phone, music, and internet is what keeps me going. Did I mention I have a nose piercing? No? Well, I do, and it's a silver hoop on the right side of my nose. Is any of this going to be relevant later? Or did you just want an excuse to reach your 1,000-word limit per chapter? That's pretty much it, besides the basics. How my favorite color is black, and my favorite animal is a cheetah because they're fast. Blah, 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 you get the point. I really did not need a paragraph of exposition. I want to get to the kidnapping! Anyways, I exited my little sister's room and headed back to the kitchen. Taking a water bottle, I started to head outside. It was very sunny, but a little windy. I pressed play on the song and started running. Taking my usual route, I ran down the street, to the park, and around the block. I did this 2 times. I stopped at the park and sat down into the trees, sipping huge gulps of water. Cypher! Amelia Tate's doing her run now. Are you happy? Are you happy for what we asked? Cypher! I probably looked like a dehydrated fish. Suddenly, I saw 2 sexy guys walking my way. They don't look much older than me. Maybe 19 or 20? Alright, Cypher is happy. Okay. They don't look much older than me. Maybe 19 or 20? Gosh, are they models? Damn! And if they are, why are they walking my way? I look like a freaky mess! I feel like she was told exposition was the part of the story, but didn't know how to write it. That's what I feel, too. This feels like something I'd write when I was, like, 13, 14, and I had no idea how to write. They both... Quickly trying to put down my hair so I didn't look totally ugly, I raised my eyebrow at the 2 of them when they reached me. They both look intimidating, but yet hot. I was about to ask how I could help them, and silently add how they could help me. Not gonna say how, because again, this character's a minor. But then, one guy pulled out a gun! Oh, shit! I widened my eyes in fear as I felt my eyes prickle with water. Again, a major pet peeve of mine is when someone describes how they physically, like, blush or their eyes widen. And you can't actually, like, feel that. I hate it. Don't show weakness, I thought. I knew I was ugly, but not that ugly. You know that's dangerous, right? I said nervously. Well, no freaking duh! I looked at my water bottle and threw it at the guy who had the gun. I ran like a maniac, wailing my arms all over the place. It might actually be Dionysus DSI. We don't know which sexy Greek god this is. There is no sense of tension in this. There is absolutely no tension in this cipher, you're right. My eyes felt prickly as I rolled them in disgust. I ran like a maniac, wailing my arms all over the place. They'll never catch M dash too late. The other guy who didn't have a gun, just in case you thought that the other guy also had a gun, tackled me to the floor and covered my mouth. He picked me up easily, dragging me to a black van. Is no one seeing this? Question mark, exclamation mark, question mark, exclamation mark. Oh shit! Oh shit! They're gonna take me somewhere and kill me! I tried screaming help, but it only came out muffled. The guy threw me in the van while he went to go sit in the front. The one who I threw water at sat across from me, soaking from the water, brought to you by the Department of Redundancy Department. He looked angry and sexy. Hot mama! I looked around. Oh shit! Now there are 5 sexy guys in the van! Is it hot in here? Or is it just me? Never mind that, these 5, presumably adults, are kidnapping a minor. How's the water? You looked pretty hot with the gun. Thought I might just try to cool you down, I said. Yes, this is... I'm not sure if they have this, like, outside of the United States, but there's a weird trend, especially in, like, preteen, young teen literature, where they try and quote-unquote update the source material by making it like hip and cool and with it. What comes to mind immediately is the OMG Shakespeare series, where it's the entirety of Shakespearean plays told in text lingo. Because that's what kids want to read. So, my point is, this is probably going to be in the marketer mandated update of the theogony. This is the tale of Persephone and Hades now. Persephone gets kidnapped by 5 hot variations of Hades. I always notice the hotness of people kidnapping me at gunpoint. I mean, doesn't everyone? I covered my mouth, realizing what I just said. I muffled a laugh, biting my lip. The guys in the van bursted out laughing while he just looked plain pissed off. Good. I'm gonna start sweating like a pig soon, though. Why do they want me? 3 guys sat in the back of the van with me, in case you forgot there were 5 sexy people here. One in the driver's seat and the other in the passenger seat. When I'm scared or nervous, I tend to ramble and sweat a lot, or bite my lip, brought to you by the Department of Redundancy Department. So, how are you guys? I questioned nervously. I wiped the sweat that was falling off my forehead. It's getting hot in here, I muttered. They all just looked at me. Do you guys not speak English? Oh, great. My kidnappers don't even understand me. Let me see. You don't speak English? I said, trying it in another accent. That's a yikes. That's a big yikes. I'm happy I did not try an accent with that. What if they aren't actually gods and just 5 Greek hunks? Well, we'll find out. They all started laughing. What? This is not a joking matter. I could die right now. I scowled. Do they only laugh for something? These guys might be sexy, but they are either rude as fuck or just stupid. But then I realized I just actually been kidnapped. I, Amelia Tate, has been kidnapped by 5 sexy Greek gods. How did you just jump to that conclusion? This entire thing is like a combo move trying to destroy me. Have you forgotten the absolutely garbage fanfiction we read back on Wednesday? Oh, wait, no. You weren't there for that, Superdark. Never mind. She read the synopsis. Yeah, Amelia Tate, goddess of exposition, and transcending through time and space, apparently. Anyway, this was just chapter 1. Chapter 2. Alright, we have a cast list here. We have Alec King, Carson Miller, Trent Walker, Kyle Price, and Evan Holt. I know absolutely none of those people. They all look like 7 or 8 out of 10s. Chapter 2. AN. This is my new story. Hope you enjoy it. Also, the boys above. I don't know who to play the girl yet, but I did give a description of her. So if you can find someone to play her, tell me. Till then, use your imagination while I keep looking. Love you, comment, and vote. These are the whitest names. I am pretty sure the author of this fan fiction is among the whitest of Americans. I remembered I still had my phone. It was in my bra. They will never find it. It was on silent, too. I smirked. Ah, suckers. The van came to a stop. I didn't know how long it has actually been. The guy who I threw water on carried me out of the van. I looked around at my surrounding scene. I was in the woods. My eyes widened. They're gonna kill me! Her avatar looks white from the pixelated mess I call my screen. The guy threw me over his shoulder as I started squirming. He had a nice ass. Stop it! You're being kidnapped! No, don't kill me. I'm too young to die. I'm sorry, God. I will tell my mom I was the one who broke her favorite face. Let me go! I shouted, screaming frantically. Stop moving, the guy grumbled. He had a deep, sexy voice, too. Is anything about these guys not sexy? I moved my head so it was in a weird angle and looked at the guy carrying me. He looked yummy. I looked down to his stomach and his white t-shirt stuck to his 8-pack because of the water. Oh my, oh my! I was tempted to touch it. Again, this character is a minor who is kidnapped and is going to be presumably murdered. He was glaring ahead. I don't know why he's angry. It's not like he's the one who might die today. Last time I checked, water can't kill you. Unless you drowned. Oh, hush, stupid inside voice. They all went inside and settled me onto a couch. Where? Do they just have like a cabin in the woods? Do they just have a murder cabin? Where did the inside come from? I don't know. Perhaps we'll never know. Continuing. The place is actually nice. It looked ... normal. Go figure, I snickered. One guy got out ropes. Oh, great. Now they're going to tie me up. I put my hands out. They looked confused. Oh, come on. Seriously? I said, yawning. The guy shrugged and tied my hands anyways. A little too tight, I might add. I don't think this cabin is for murders. Well, our character is a minor, so... Oh god, please don't let this be like 50 Shades of Grey, where she has routine arguments with her subconscious. I'm sorry, Cypher. I'm pretty sure this is what it's gonna be. Pantheon's just a log cabin in Montana, don't question it. They just, like, drive to a cabin in Yellowstone and hunker down there, because Old Faithful's their new Mount Olympus. A little too tight, I might add. Every time I tried to move them, I would wince because it burned my skin. You don't use industry standard rope to tie people up. You use silk-based rope. I've watched way too many movies for this, I said angrily. I've watched the entire 50 Shades trilogy, and I think that's true love. Now tell me why I'm here, I demanded. Where did this sudden braveness come from? It's a miracle! Who knew? The boss wanted to, one guy spoke. So who are you, people asked rudely. Okay, I have a theory that this random cunt just used like the first syllable of all of these Greek gods' names to try and make it seem completely cute and unique. So let's guess which one each person is. Yeah! I'm Carson, the guy said, who tackled me. Are there any sea gods? C, letter C. Seagull. Internet is being a bitch. All Roman and Greek gods starting with C. Thank you. Greek god. Alright. For the sake of this, we're gonna go with, chaos, the nothingness from which all else sprang. I'm Chaos, the guy said who tackled me. He had brown hair that was lazily pushed back and brown eyes. He was very strong, and by judging from his muscles, others knew that too. I'm Alec Ares. I think it's less using letters, more like trying to pick the nearest white American name for a god. Well, we'll find out. I'm Ares, went through Wateron said. He also had brown hair, but it was kind of spiked up more to the side. He had lighter brown eyes and a strong jawline. He got angry very easily, as I saw today. He was very mysterious and was dangerous by the gun. Okay, that one is probably Ares. Kyle, another guy said. Okay, any K gods? Besides Kronos, because Kronos is, dead and shit. Let's see. Does this work? Usually, there we go. Let's do, whom's the fuck is Kyle? We'll go with Kronos, a great hunter and musician. Or Kratos. Yeah, we'll go Kratos, another guy said. He was the one who drove. He had brown hair, that a little blonde in it, that was styled down in front of his face, but also up more pushed back. He had blue eyes, but he looked more fun to be around. Evan. I could tell he was kind-hearted, seeing he looked more friendly than the others. Kratos is a demigod. Honestly, I don't even know anymore. Kyle put a hole in the platform wall after drinking Monster Energy. I could tell he was kind-hearted, seeing he looked more friendly, more welcoming, dirty blonde hair and blue eyes. Trent. He looked more serious. He had black shaggy hair and piercing blue eyes that could read you like an open book. He doesn't play. He means business. Now, how in the world did I end up in a situation like this? At least they're hot. They could have been fat and bald. He looked like the more friendly kidnapper. I can imagine this exact plot being like a Kidnapped by One Direction fanfic. I love the initial judgment of characters of literal kidnappers. Actually, like, wasn't there a conversation in, like, one of the Discord servers about how romance fantasies by lonely women tend to be very manipulative and toxic? Because this is very manipulative and toxic. The sequel to After. One day I will read After on this stream. One day. Then an image in my head popped up of them all fat and bald. Soon I was laughing like a maniac. Too funny. I'm way too funny. Maybe she's crazy, Kyle suggested. I wouldn't doubt that, Alec agreed. I finally stopped laughing and stared at Kyle with a blank look. Maybe I am, I said with a tilt of my head and smirked. Sounds like a Clem take. Could be. Oh, hey, Sandy. After is a fanfiction that is basically 50 Shades of Grey meets One Direction. That's the main draw to it. Creepy, Kyle said. Want to hear a secret? I asked in a sickly sweet voice. Oh my god, it's fun messing with Kyle. Did we miss, like, 5 chapters? Because Stockholm Syndrome should not be apparent yet. What an adorable idiot. What? He stuttered. I see dead people, I whispered and started fake shaking. Yes, because your demographic is very in tune with the works of M. Night Shyamalan. She needs to go to an asylum, Kyle said. Kyle, you idiot. She's obviously joking, Trent snapped. I have to pee, I replied bluntly. Lies, lies, lies. Phone, that's what I need to use. I'll take her. Evan spoke up quietly. You need to untie, I demanded in a duh tone, and he did. As he led me to the bathroom, I could practically hear the police sirens in my head. I smiled. I'll be home soon. So do you have Stockholm Syndrome or not, Amelia? Then again, this was published in like 2013, right? It doesn't say on the exact Wattpad account, but I would imagine around 2013 to 2014. I went inside the bathroom and turned the faucet on. I couldn't have them hearing me, now could I? Suddenly taking my phone out, I turned it on. I don't remember turning it off. Wait a minute. No, no, no. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Please tell me it just took a nap. No, you idiot. It's dead, my subconscious screamed. I held the button, then dropped it. Clumsy hands. What was that? Evan asked. How did he hear that? I shrugged it off, then panicked. I fell off the toilet. Leave me alone, you ugly parasite. Can't a girl do her business without having to be questioned? I yelled. I'm okay, Evan said, confused. Now what do they do? Why do they want me? Why are they all hot? Should I run? Find a fork and stab them in the eyes? Seduce them? What should I do? With a million questions running through my head, I decided with the most cliche answer. I will run and escape. I took a bar of soap and counted to 3. 1, 2, 3. I ran and opened up the door. Eben looked up, brought to you by the Department of Redundancy Department, and I threw the bar of soap on his face. Score! I ran and took a turn around the corner. I heard heavy footsteps after me. Ignoring them, I focused on my running. My heart was pounding against my chest, and I desperately sucked in harsh breaths. My legs took long, greedy steps. Don't stop. You're almost there. Right when I was about to grab the doorknob, I was knocked to the floor. I hit the ground with a hard thud. My head banged off the doorknob and soon everything went black. So much for escaping. Honestly, that subtext is in a lot of things. Twilight's the most famous, but yeah, you're right, Cypher. Romance novels have been toxic for years. Continue reading. Jesus. And just a quick short update, hope you like it, and don't forget to vote and comment. Oh, and sorry with all the cliff space hangers, I thought it'd seem more exciting, since I am a little boring, lol. I opened up my eyes. Am I in heaven? Because damn, the lights are way too bright. I groaned and tried to stretch my arms. Yes, tried. I then realized I was cuffed to the bed. Kinky, I thought. She is a minor! For the love of God! No time to be thinking of sex. You horny cat. Horny cat. Never mind that. Who's going to do the honors of taking? She is a minor! You should not be sexualizing a minor! That is fucked up! Who's going to do the honors of taking my virginity? Just then, Evan walked in with an ice pack to his head. I raised my eyebrow. Of course, the one who I threw soap at is soap. That must have been like a really hard bar of soap if it required an ice pack. Then the rest of the guys walked in. Gangbang? Gangbang, I voiced my thoughts. Oops. What's wrong with you? Carson asked. I don't know. Mom told me my dad dropped me on my head when I was a baby, I stated, being 100% honest. That explains a lot, Alec mumbled. Shut up! What the hell is going on? I want answers, I whined. We kidnapped you, Kyle said, pointing out the obvious. I get that, I snapped. He's such an adorable idiot. Like I was saying, he exaggerated. Yep, he was interrupted by a growl. A growl? Question mark, exclamation mark. Question mark, exclamation mark. What the fuck, I yelled? Boys, a deep voice boomed. The boys looked slightly worried, but covered it up, getting into fighting positions. What's going on? I shouted. Keep her safe, Trent demanded. That's when all hell broke loose. A huge dog thingy busted down the door. I tried running away, but then I realized I was still cuffed to the bed. Is this a werewolf story? I thought this was going to be 5 sexy Greek gods, but it's werewolves now? What? Guess that explains the werewolf tag. Chapter 5. How many chapters is this? It's 20 chapters, not including author's note. And a lot of you wanted me to update, so here's an update. Enjoy. Bye. Don't forget to vote and comment. Love you. My name wasn't dead in the shape of my head. Imagine this just being like 5 minor Greek gods and Cerberus is just making them do his bidding. No, wait. Cerberus. Not Cerebus. Cerebus is a part of the brain that is deteriorating because of this fanfiction. I screamed. What the hell? He's going to eat me! I tugged at the cuffs. Alec pulled out a key and unlocked me. Stay close to me, he whispered. Okay, I whispered back. Then I climbed him like a tree. I clutched onto him. I didn't realize Stockholm Syndrome, comes up that fast. Hooray for Stockholm Syndrome. Pedophilia, pleasure, dash, and bestiality. I planned on visiting, like, Sweden one day, and I want to visit the bank where, like, Stockholm Syndrome was first realized? Is that the term? Because it wasn't invented during that robbery, but... What are you doing? He asked, staying close. Oh, and because if one of those dog thingies comes after us, it'll eat you first and I'll get a chance to run, I explained. He rolled his eyes. Carson's bones cracked, and before my eyes could even process what was going on, he turned into one of those dogs. Werewolf girls. Not even once. I cried. It got him! Are you crying? Alec asked, clearly shocked. It got Carson! He's infected! We must help him, I hiccuped. Then the asshole laughed. Can you believe that? He fucking laughed. I slapped the back of his head. I'm serious, I shouted, but he didn't respond. He already took off, I'm guessing to get away. The dogs are too busy fighting each other to notice. Stockholm Syndrome was literally fabricated by a dude who didn't care what women said to him. I mean, yeah, probably. But I still want to visit that bank. I mean, I've seen hentai, so I know it could be worse. I mean, you're right, Cypher. And from the cursed anime you've told me about, it could be worse. Oops, spoke too soon. A dog paused out Alec and I flew off. I cried in pain. I looked at my arm, seeing it was covered in blood. Run! Alec demanded. Alec turned to one of those dog thingies and I ran. I didn't stop. I kept going and going and going, but I was lost somewhere in the woods. I limped, ignoring the pain that was spread all over my body. Man, that fall really hurt. You're a fast runner. Too bad you're not fast enough, a voice mocked. I saw a giant. Okay, maybe not a giant, but he was tall. I didn't show my fear. Says the walking tree, I shot back. Honestly, I'd love to see you live read Domestic Girlfriend. Hey, if I can, find a way to read it without getting flagged by Twitch, I will. In the moment of panic, I kicked him in the balls. He groaned, falling on his knees, letting go of my arm. I kicked him again. Ha! Who's amused now? I mocked angrily. Then I flipped him off and ran again. I stopped against a tree and took a deep breath. I couldn't believe I was saying this, but I need my kidnappers. I need the idiots. Stockholm Syndrome. And I thought I immediately banned from Twitch for steamy fanfics. And I already had enough Sweden garbage back on Wednesday. Oh my god. I didn't need this! I heard crunching. I froze. When I turned my head, I was met with an evil grin. I was about to scream, but the guy covered my mouth. He picked me up, my legs kicking all over the place. I struggled, trying to get free. Stop it, he growled. Never, I yelled. He took out a needle, and my eyes widened in fear. Oh shit! He stuck the needle in my arm, and I grunted. Not even a few minutes later, I felt really tired. The guy threw me in a van, and I couldn't keep my eyes open any longer. Was I being kidnapped, from my kidnappers? I asked myself before the darkness welcomed me. So, we're 5 chapters in, and we have no Greek gods yet. Where are they? Where are my 5 sexy Greek gods? I was promised them! And just a short update, don't forget to vote and comment. Love ya. I woke up tied to a chair. I would have screamed out curse words, but apparently duct tape covered my mouth. TM. So I sat here squirming and swearing in my head. Amelia, is it? The tree guy asked. I glared. Right, I forgot. You can't talk. Let me help you, he said, yanking off the tape. Fucking tree, I shouted. My name's Bill, not Tree, he corrected. Does it look like a care, I argued. He rolled his eyes. So childish, he muttered. Says the tree, I snapped. Stop calling me that, he shouted. Now, don't fight with our guest, a voice boomed. Sorry, boss, the tree said. Guest? Well, some way you treat a guest, I yelled. My apologies, the boss said. Why am I here? I asked. Put the tape back over her mouth, the boss said. No, wait, I shouted desperately. Yes, he raised his eyebrow. Just give me a couple answers, please. I begged. So I could find a way to escape, I added secretly in my head. Now we all know how that worked out before, but hey, the second time's a charm, right? Right, ... Very well then. The tree, as you call him, is Bill, he said. Go on, I spat. And I'm Peter, the boss. We have some issues with the so-called boys you were with. So in order to deal with these issues, they have to give us what we want. And if they don't, let's just say death will be your best friend, he answered, ignoring my rude behavior. What? I cried. Fuck. All in good time, he said, walking away. The tree put the tape back over my mouth. They both left me in the darkness. the Ebony Darkness Dementia Raven way, with my thoughts. All I know for sure is I'm not dying, and I will escape, with or without the idiot's help. They mess with the wrong girl. Is this? Maybe her gay best friend, Lucas, will help. Her sister, Chloe, with her dad's dark brown hair, because apparently that was relevant. So I'm not 100% sure this is fan fiction anymore. Do you want me to keep reading it, or should I switch to some actual fan fiction? She's given no indication that she's competent enough to escape. I mean, you're right, Cypher. So, do y'all want me to keep reading this, or should I, move on? Yeah, switch. Alright, Super Dark has told me to switch. Everyone else? Yeah. We should probably switch now before it gets really, really bad. So, okay. Let's... Not gonna read those two, because those are gonna get me flagged. I don't want to read more of this one, because Rocky's not here. Do y'all want me to read some Hamilton Imagines? Some cursed Hamilton Imagines. By Let's Write Tonight. Okay, well, at least this time we know that the characters aren't going to be minors. This is an archive for my images that I post on Let's Write Tonight on Tumblr. These images cover everyone from Hamilton. Keep in mind I'm still adding and writing characters. If you want to request something, you can go to our Tumblr and request here. Link is in my bio. Okay. Switching from Bleach to Bride, what a concept. Alright. It's 85 parts, but we're definitely not going to be reading them all today. And we're going to try our best to avoid any smut, because I don't want to get flagged by Twitch. Disclaimer. These stories/fics were written by us Hamilton Imagine buddies via Tumblr, where we are known as Peggy and Eliza. We are not writing about the real historical figures. Most of them were horrible people. Really giving most a lot of weight, aren't ya? We are writing based off the physical and characteristic features of the characters from the play, Lin-Manuel Miranda wrote, Hamilton, an American musical. We do not own these characters and definitely not the real life people we have wrote about also. So are you writing about the historical figures or not? Thanks for reading and enjoy. Number 1. What comes next? Countdown. King George X Reader. That's a ship? Wait, there was a comment on the disclaimer? Let me see. Okay, so, that happened. George X Reader. Let's read. Your Majesty, we made the decision of you staying in tonight and not going out for New Year's. We don't know what could happen, one of the court informed George. I mean, you've been peeing purple urine for the past ever, so we don't want you to get exposed to the public, the commoners, the peasants. That is true, Cypher. That is why I mentioned the purple urine. Did it? Well, at least King George is not a minor. Wasn't he, like, so inbred that he peed purple urine? That... I think that was the case. He rolled his eyes and kept heading for the doors of the castle. I know that you have reached a decision, but given that it is a stupid-ass decision, I have decided to ignore it. Proof that King George has gone very mad. Alright, what should we name our self-insert? I think his poop was purple. Oh, yeah, it might have been the poop, yeah. Why was I thinking pee? I don't know. We'll find out later. Your name, come on, we don't want to be late for the ball, your brother Alex shouted at you. New Year's was always an anxious time, and the fact that Alex was forcing you to go to the Schuyler sisters' ball did not bode well with your nerves. You looked in the mirror and saw your favorite color dress and took deep breaths. Maybe it won't happen this year, you told yourself, but you couldn't help but worry about you possibly waking up in your soulmate's body. Your name, come on, the general's going to be there and I want to make a good impression. You had to stop yourself from rolling your eyes at your brother's eagerness. Calm yourself, Alex. It's only a short carriage ride away. Now come help me with my shoes. I can't see over this giant skirt. That's why you put on your shoes first before you put on your dress, you dumbass. King George walked out of the back to the palace where all the deliveries came into and he sauntered into the main city where a festival was being held. Gratefully, nobody recognized him as the king of the great nation as he pushed his way through the crowd. Music played from the middle of the plaza and was loud enough to be heard over the chatter. He made his way past the bar where the festival goers seemed to get their drinks. He heard a commotion from inside and decided to look into it. My eardrums are slowly reverberating out of the holes and piercing into my skull. I'm insane. George walked inside as someone ran out yelling, "The countdown is coming! The countdown is coming!" Countdown? Excuse me, miss, what is the countdown? George asked a random woman at the ball. You'll find out, handsome, the woman slurred. Hope I get paired with you. Paired what? Before he could ask any more questions, chanting started in the bar in the square. 10! It seemed like it was coming from everywhere. 9! 8! Maybe it wasn't a good idea to go out tonight. I mean, I don't think the public is willing to hear about how you ship purple. From the BBC. George III's medical records show that the king was given medicine based on gentian. This plant with its deep blue flowers is still used today as a mild tonic, but may turn the urine blue. Ah yes, he pissed blue. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, the music stopped. Your legs felt like jelly from all the dancing. Countless suitors talked about them being your soulmate, which is toxic AF, but you knew they weren't. Your brother told you the story of when he and his soulmate, Eliza Schuyler, switched bodies. I'm sorry, what the fuck? You were mesmerized and horrified at the thought of waking up in another body. And with the revolution stirring, you couldn't help but worry as to who your soulmate was, and if they could possibly die in the war, or even worse, they are already dead. Blue piss, blue blood. DSI, when I go on my European excursions to troll all the monarchies, do you want me to see if they all piss blue? Do you want me to do that for you, DSI? You were pulled out of your thoughts when your soon-to-be sister-in-law, Eliza, grabbed you by the forearm. Come on, your name, the countdown is starting. Don't you want to be with everyone to ring in the new year? How did they even... Could they even do, like, countdowns during the 18th century? I mean, I know they had clocks, but did they have, like, a sense of the new year coming? Yes, you want me to... Alright, I'll see if the, airs of Europe piss blue. I'll do that for you, DSI. You wanted to tell her about your worries, but you felt foolish, so you kept it to yourself and hoped that your soulmate wouldn't make a fool in front of your friends. You and Eliza make it back into the Glen ballroom right as the countdown began. 10, 9, suddenly you 8, suddenly you weren't feeling so well. 7, 6, you felt eyes on the back of your neck. Was it those suitors hoping to wake up in your body in a matter of moments? Maybe it was just nerves. 5, 4, 3, Eliza, I don't feel so well. 2, 1, Thanos snap. Everything was silent. No cheers were heard. He felt like a feather. It was happening. You were going to find your soulmate. What weird cult are you in to think that you switch bodies with your soulmate before you meet them? That's weird. A different song was playing this on, more sped up and in beat with the changers of a different group. Happy New Year, they yelled while someone said something else in the king's ear. Your name, are you okay? Do I need to get Alex? A beautiful woman was yelling over the crowd. Her face was right over George's face, and he scooted away, feeling heavier fabric than he was wearing only seconds earlier. Realizing he was sitting on the ground, he started to sit up with the girl's help. Seeing what he was wearing made him scream, but it wasn't his scream, so he screamed again. He was wearing a dress! A bloody dress! George looked over himself in horror. His skin-color hands were smaller than he remembered, and he had breasts! Nice ones. Eyebrow wiggle. Wait, when did I get breasts? He exclaimed in shock, and a few people looked at him weird. George noticed his voice wasn't the same as well. Eliza looked at her best friend, who on the inside was King George himself, but she didn't know that. I'm getting Alexander. Ugh. I'm going to click away from this because this is pathetic. So, we're gonna read the next one, Je te pardonne. Unless it's smut. Marquis de Lafayette X-Reader. Are all of these X-Readers? Wait. Are all of these X-Readers? The 10 Dual Commandments. Is there one called 10 Dual Commandments? We'll read Another One Bites the Dust. Thomas Jefferson X-Reader. Another date, another bust. Hey, your name. Wait. Charles called after you. No, go away, Lee. I can't believe you did that. Angry was an understatement of what you felt right now. You opened the door to the restaurant, walked out, and let it close on Charles's face. You took out your phone and immediately texted your best friend and crush, weeaboo trans drug dealer Thomas Jefferson. Your name. Come pick me up, you texted, and got an immediate answer. Tom Palm, on my way. Your name. Listen, I was tripped. I didn't mean to. Charles tried to explain his actions. Don't. You swiped your arm away, and you heard a car pulling up beside you and the slam of the door. Your name. Get in the car. Get in the fucking car, Shinji! Oh god, it's based off that Tumblr post. Which one, Cypher? I don't do Tumblr anymore. You don't have to tell me twice. You sent a glare towards Charles's way before turning towards the car. Thomas stepped past you and towards Charles. Charles backed up as Thomas stepped forward. Who the fuck is Charles? Is it, Prince Charles? Prince of Wales? We'll assume so. Do yourself a favor and lose your number. Matter of fact, forget her altogether. Yeah, Thomas glowered, and you heard a quiet agreement from Charles before you slammed the door to the car. Good riddance. The one trans Thomas Jefferson in a rainbow binder. I don't think this fanfiction was inspired by that Tumblr post. I just think it's absolutely funny that those cursed images exist. He sells drugs. He does. Your name, are you okay? Thomas reached over and took our hand. Usually you would be fangirling internally, but right now you were just angry. Yeah, I can't believe he lifted up your dress, Thomas said, and your eyebrows knitted together in confusion. I never told you what he did, Thomas. You looked over at him. His mouth was opening and closing, trying to come up with something to say. Something to prove that he isn't indeed a stalker. Which he is. Realization swept over you, but you still couldn't believe it. Thomas, have you been sabotaging my dates? He didn't look over at you. Is this how you've always been so close when I asked you to come pick me up? Thomas's mouth flattened out like it does when he's frustrated, or when he's done with Hamilton shit. He moved the steering wheel, and the car was pulled off to the side of the road. Your name. Thomas Jefferson! You've been sabotaging my dates, you accused, and Thomas gasped. No, I haven't! He retorted. Yes, you have, you stood your ground. You two started bickering like children. Get out of here, stalker. No, I haven't. Yes, you haven't, you screamed, wanting to mix him up. No, I have. Thomas screamed back. You smirked at your plan working. Then he realized his mistake. Wait, no! Aha! You've been sabotaging my states. You like me, Jeff. You were cut off by a sweet rushed kiss that lasted shorter than you wanted. You sat there dazed, watching Thomas's eyes search for any kind of emotion in yours. A smile crossed your face a few seconds too late. He must have thought that you didn't want the kiss because he put his head on the steering wheel and sighed in defeat. Your smile faltered. Hey, it's okay. You patted his back. I liked it. Do you like me? Her jaw dropped. You didn't know? Thomas shook his head. But all the dates were to make you weird, to make you jealous. You gave him an explanation, an idea of Angelica's. While your plan worked, he gave you a little smirk. Oh, the Thomas Jefferson was jealous. Yeah, rub it in. It's actually not that hard to believe. Really? Yes, I mean, who wouldn't be in love with me, you said with a wink. Thomas laughed and steered the car back onto the road. Your ego is bigger than mine. I take pride in that. You smiled and turned on the radio. You then heard Thomas laugh at the song playing. You raised an eyebrow at him. Thomas then started singing along. Duh, duh, dum, dum, dum. Another one by Sawdust. Dork. I'm a good hate, but I don't care. Kind of reminds me of the Avengers. I can't believe you've done this. I totally did not think he was a stalker. Yeah, I'm gonna call that an episode. Yeah, I don't think we can get over the Thomas Jefferson comment we read like 10 minutes ago. So, thank y'all. Shit, that was too loud. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all watching. There were an infinite amount of comments, but hey. I love you all. Thank you for coming and joining me in the madness. Good night. I'm so sorry about all of this.